Okay, welcome back, and in this video I'm going to show you the options for charging the battery. So uh, we just checked this battery that came with the airplane, and if you remember when we checked it, it was full, okay, and uh, if you have a full battery and you plug it into this, that light won't turn on because it's full. Okay, I just tested that. So I'm going to take a different battery. These are batteries that I bought, and when you buy one off the shelf like this, they're usually on a half of a charge. Half a charge. Remember that the 4.2 is full, 3.3 is empty and dangerously close to being ruined. Okay. So the charge is only going to vary between 3. Let's say 5 at a minimum to 4.2 maximum. And by the way, these little batteries come with a little plastic thing on them. You have to take them off. You can save them if you want. But so I want to make sure that this battery is less than full charge. Okay. So it's 3.82. That's right in the middle, right in the range. One of the funny things here is if I take the same battery, 3.82 on that Lipo checker, and let's see here, I plug this in to there and plug it into my, let's see, 1S Lipo checker right here. Okay. And it says 4.2. Okay. That's not accurate enough. I know this to be accurate. I know this to be accurate. I know this to be accurate. And this one, this AOK brand may not be as accurate as you might want. So you might want to think about spending a little extra money. Anywhere from 10 to 12 up to these are specialty because they apply a load to it, and I might explain that in some other video. So I'm going to take this battery, which I know to be about half charged, and I'm going to stick it in, okay, into this. And that's not as easy as it sounds. Okay. I'm just not getting it in the right position here. There we go. Okay. So that little light's on. Okay. I'm going to start a timer. I have a little stopwatch here. Okay. And we'll see how long it takes to charge. So while that's charging, I'm going to explain a different battery. With a different battery, I'm going to explain what it's charging, how it charges with a different charger. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is check the charge, and that's 3.81. Okay. And so I'm going to charge it with this 4-port charger. Now these are $39, but you get to charge 4 at one time, and they run on 4 D-size batteries. So you can take this to the field and fly all day long. If you've got 5 batteries, you can have 4 on the charge and 1 on the airplane, and you'll fly all day long, because by the time you land and keep going around, it'll recharge them quite quickly. I've done that. In fact, I did that with that other airplane this past weekend. And so I'm going to show you that this works the same way as that one. However, this one's a little easier to plug in. Okay, so I'm just going to plug it into port number 1 here. So there's ports are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. They're independently operated, and you just plug it in like that, and the little red light lights up. Okay. And so we'll sit there and let those charge for a minute. So I want to explain about the battery voltage as you were charging it. These battery chargers are safe enough to know to not try to charge something that's too low. In other words, below 3.3 volts, don't bother trying to charge it, just throw it away and get another one. So if you fly all day long and you keep charging this down till it's completely empty, it won't charge. As the book instructs, and the manual instructs, set a timer when you're flying, so you don't fly it for too long. But the 4.2 maximum charge is when you get the most power out of it. And by the way, when we speak of power, there's a number in the upper corner here called 25C. Okay, the battery is still a 1S and 150 milliamps, but 25C is the amount of current that can come out instantly out of it. That's a 25C. Okay, I've got other 25Cs here, but you can also buy for different airplanes one that says 45C. Okay, so some airplanes take 25, some take 45. If you put a 45C in this, it's probably okay. I'm going to find out. I'm going to make sure, and I'm probably going to test it. But because a 25C battery came with it, I've got plenty of both 25s and 45 here to fly it with. But I believe the 45C, what it'll do, the danger is you might try to put too much current through the motor, and that wouldn't be good for the motor. So these are both red, still charging. So what you want to do is follow the recommendation of 25C, because I'm going to experiment a little with this one. I'll let you know what I find, but I do recommend buying the 25C battery, which are $1 cheaper than the 45C battery. Okay, but you have to note which one you're buying. They both say the same thing on them. They both say 1S, 3.7 volts, 150 milliamp, but one says 25C and one says 45C. So what's going to happen is, I don't know if I'm going to wait for this to finish. That's going to charge, okay, until it starts blinking. And what will happen is it will blink off and then back on and off, then back on, and then that'll slowly get to where it's off for like 15 or 20 seconds and then come back on. When it's at, as the book says, when it's blinking at 20-second intervals, then it's fully charged. So I'm not going to wait how long this will take. This will probably take 10 to 15 minutes. So I'm not going to wait to watch this. But that's how you charge them. By the way, this thing runs on D-cell batteries, but it can also come with, they sell a version of this for $10 more that comes with an AC adapter. And you plug the AC adapter into here, and you won't use up your D-cell batteries, and you save your batteries for when you're at the field. There is an additional option. Let me find it here. This other airplane, this one here, Sport Cub S, came with this charger. Okay, it's a simple little USB port charger, single port for charging. USB connector there, and you can buy these, which is a cigarette lighter adapter with a USB port on it, and you can plug this into your car and charge one at a time from that. Okay, again, it's one at a time. This came with that airplane. It works. These don't cost very much, $1 or $2. I prefer this 4-port charger because if I'm going to go out when the winds are calm, I'm going to go out and fly these things, and I want to be able to have all 4 charged, and then as I use them, I just plug them in. Actually, I don't do that. When I take it out of the airplane, I will check the voltage immediately and then stick it in the charger just to make sure I know where it is. Because if it's below 3.3, I don't want to charge it. And that's your options for chargers. I like this one the best. It is $40. That's almost the price of the airplane. I understand. So if you're on a budget, this will work. You don't need anything more than this. If you want to spend a little bit extra, I've got 3 airplanes, and now this makes the 4th airplane that uses these kind of batteries. So I've got 4 airplanes that use these batteries, and you might end up the same way, and having a nice charger like this is handy. Do invest in a good LiPo checker. I recommend the E-Flight because it's reliable and I know it works. Okay, I decided to add this little bit of extra. Took a little over 33 minutes, I think it was, to charge these up. Acceptable range. The charge time can be as much as 45 minutes. I would not let it go more than 45 minutes. Certainly, if it goes to 45 minutes, pull it out, check its voltage, and it's probably okay to fly. But you need to check its voltage before and after when you fly. When I pulled them out, they were at 4.2, which is good. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.